The Nerdgasm Talk podcast is brought to you by Spaces Philly. If you love podcasts, go to spacesphilly.com where you can check out Lulu and Pop, Both Sides, Turntables, Jump Thought Super Tongue, and the Nerd Coalition's very own No Gimmicks Needed. Visit spacesphilly.com today. And now, feel the Nerdgasm. Let's take our hats off for Avengers Endgame. The mantle, the gauntlet is about to be passed back to James Cameron. As James Cameron Avatar is now back as the highest grossing film of all times, as they re-released it in China. First of all, what is with James Cameron movies and them getting top, like, I never understood that. Titanic was good. Avatar was fair. But I don't see that as like a top grossing movie of all times.
I mean, I don't either because it never drew me in like that. But I guess people just love that science fiction, or he probably putting his own money into it. I don't know. But I was like, a re-release? You really want that top spot? That much?
Yo, so, I didn't even know it got re-released. I'm like, yo, really? And Kevin Feige is probably just throwing all his hats all across the room.
It doesn't really matter because I'm like right now, once these movie theaters open back up, all if I got to do is like this. Hey, why don't we just play the movie where you left off at? Y'all want to see Endgame again? People will flood to the theater just to see a movie again.
Yeah.
And you put Endgame in there.
After I went, I definitely want to go back.
Exactly. So I'm like, so if you just put Endgame in there, it'll get its top spot back.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Easy.
For sure. And I don't even know, are those sequels happening? Because we've been talking about Avatar 2 and 3 since like 2013, and nothing has happened yet.
Well, as of right now, I don't know if it's happening. I mean, it's supposed to be we started recording this year, but last year, but they didn't.
Yeah, with everything, the way everything is going, and as far as I know, Disney has almost all the top spots in movies on the box office. Because we got, I know Star Wars is in there, Avengers Endgame, Avatar, and I think Titanic. I'm not sure if Titanic is a Fox movie.
Titanic is, is it 20th Century Fox? I think Titanic may be a 20th Century Fox movie.
Gotcha. Well, the movie got that's a big number, $2.802 billion. Allowing it to earn back its crown, beating Endgame, which was $2.797 billion in the box office haul. Congrats. I really don't.
Look,
like, who the hell still seeing Avatar in 2021? Like,
yeah, I mean, like Kevin Feige, he because look, Marvel, they don't want to admit it, but they a little petty, all right. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
I bet you, I can bet you any amount that Endgame and maybe Far From Home will be back in the movie theaters for a re-release. Mm-hmm. And like I said, just to see Endgame on the big screen, absolutely. Everybody's seen it so many times at home, but just to get out and have a movie theater experience here in America. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because you can do it over in China right now, because China's, you know what I'm saying, they kind of got past this.
Right.
You know, like we just finally, thank God, catching up. So you can do that stuff in China, but when it comes to here, oh, bro, no worry. Like I said, he come for his number one spot. He can't gonna find a way to do it, and then James Cameron will be mad again. And James Cameron, if he releases Avatar here in the United States, those kind of movies do great internationally. Like Transformers does wonders overseas. I'm like, absolutely, why?
Sure do. Because I know China loves giant robots.
Is it so? When it comes to here in the States, I don't care about Transformers, not anymore. Right. So that's why they do the overseas stuff. So don't worry. It's like this. It's only a matter of time. You got to take the trophy home to your house for 6 months, and then don't worry. When we come back and knocking, give it back, and it's gonna stay at our house.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they just do something with it, because God, I Avatar was so overrated. Even when the first time I saw it, I was like, this is pretty, but I do not see myself watching this again at all.
It was so long since I seen half of it, so I was like, well,
I could only get through half of it. The last time I seen it was like they were playing it on Best Buy TVs, and I was like, oh, I just want to see that scene where the tree falls because that was like visually beautiful. Other than that, I'm good. I don't need to see this.
Man, it's probably that 4K curved TV. You put that on a regular box, it probably looks stupid.
Well, yeah, that's the only reason why I watch it. They made every film look good. Like, I didn't like Pacific Rim going in the theaters. I watched it when they were showing it on Best Buy. I was like, hey, you know what? This ain't
Pacific
bad.
Rim wasn't that bad. The John Boyega one that be on all the time in BJ's, I can't stand it.
I didn't see the second one, but I saw the first one with Q. Q loved it. I was like, yo, this movie was okay. I don't know.
Yo. Hey. I like giant robots. Sue me.
I know. Yeah, no. I mean, if you liked it, you liked it. I was like, yo, I don't see the big deal about this movie. It was okay. Then they started playing
like
Best Buy.
robot fights.
They started playing that Best Buy. I'm like, you know what? This is a great straight to DVD film. They should have put this in the theaters.
Okay, first of all, I'm not gonna go that low. I'm not gonna say straight to DVD. Now I ain't gonna do that, bro. Idris was in that joint.
Yeah, he was.
And Ron Perlman.
Yeah,
they were. I'm not going to argue with it. That didn't make the movie good. like I'm standing by it. The movie was fair, but I kind of want to see the second one. But the more I hear about it, the more.
Bro, I'm telling you, every time I go to BJ's, go up to BJ's up there and play me. Mm-hmm. Every time I'm in there, when they got by their big screen TV section, it is John Boyega and that Pacific Rim movie. I'm like, y'all have no other movies in here.
That's the only movie that BJ's got.
And I'm like,
movie BJ's got.
Just every time I get to BJ, I see a little bit more and a little bit more. I'm like, I wish I see a little bit less.
Now I know there's an anime coming out on Netflix. I'm not sure if you know anything about that.
No, they've been talking about this Pacific Rim
for years.
Yeah.
For years. So I'm like, is it
Wait a minute. Actually, though, I do think we had a trailer. Though.
It was one of those. It's one of those things you hear where it's like, oh, that sounds cool, but the more it's just got so dragged out, where it's like, I'm uninterested now.
Yeah, they dropped the trailer. They dropped the trailer a month ago.
Heard it.
I called it. I just punched right. I just walked right through it.
Yeah, I was like, I wasn't taking shots, but I'm like, yo, the more I hear about this game, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm done. Just release it at this point.